Okay. Episode 26, take 3. Hi, and welcome back to our presentation, to our podcast of Chrysalis, the Family Adventures. I'm sorry for the mix-ups that occurred, but glad we still got episode 25 out today. And I have my coffee and tea here, so if I feel myself falling asleep, I'm not going to let that happen. Today we move on to episode 26. Oops, wrong move.
Episode 26, Synopsis. Oops. Wrong move in this episode. Tensions run high as Josh returns home with newfound determination to change his ways and focus on his studies. However, his family, including his father Jerry and grandfather Matt, confront him about his past misdeeds. During the heated exchange, Jerry and Matt's political differences come to the surface, causing further strife. Meanwhile, Giselle, fed up with the constant arguments, decides to leave the house for some peace, much to Josh's surprise. As the episode progresses, Josh's determination to change is put to the test when the police arrive in Atlanta. Gerald Walinksy suggestion they agree to put an ankle bracelet on to prevent him from running away again. This moment of tension is interrupted when Mark gets a surprise phone call revealing that a sexual harassment charge has been filed against him, leaving the family in shock and setting the stage for future conflicts.
And now, I'm sure you're eager to see this unfold. So let's go. Fade in. Voiceover. Previously on Chrysalis, the Family Adventures. Internal. The house. Living room. Day. The door opens. Josh walks in, somewhat enthusiastically excited. All of a sudden, he sees Mike, Joey, and Giselle, all sitting on the couch with stern, almost intimidating expressions. Josh, trying to remain undaunted. Hey, guess what? I'm going to really buckle down now and bone up to get into a really good school. No more games, and I'm serious this time. He notices the icy silence, which starts to dim his enthusiasm. Cut to Josh. Come on, Grandpa, let's get back to that homeschooling. Mike. Sit down, Josh. Josh finally loses his good feeling as he almost deflates into one of the chairs in the room. Cut to Joey. Let me tell you something, sonny boy. Smart Alec. I've just had enough of your tricks. You've got no idea how this world works, and you have the nerve to think you could make it all right by studying now, which I know is just a ruse. Josh. No, it's not a Joey. Shut up, because you reached the end of your rope, and now you're going to learn something. Really learn something for the first time. Cut to Joey. Listen to me clearly, young man. It's called a work ethic. You want to get somewhere? This is how you do it. You get up every morning, early before everyone else, and you get your ass out there and work. I could have showed you how to make an honest living instead of those con games you got into. And you didn't even get any of them right. What, so you got one girl in your bed a couple nights and now you think you're hot shit? That don't mean nothing. You still got caught with everything you did. The only thing you succeeded at was being a big pain in the ass to everyone around you. But what'd you get out of it? Nothing. You're just lucky I didn't do to you what other boys' fathers do. And don't count my father as an example. He's a liberal, so he's too soft. Looks at Mike. You know something? You're the reason this kid thought he could get away with anything. I think I somehow got mixed up in the wrong family because I didn't have a father when I needed someone. Mike. Are we going to start this again? Joey. You better believe we are. I'm just lucky Grandpa was still alive and knew how to raise me. Mike. Oh, right. He sure raised you right. He taught you to hate people, to bring your children up like some kind of prison camp. Joey. Well, let's compare grandpas then. Which one of us is the one who's got a delinquent grandson? Which one is the one who takes care of his family and the one you can trust to take your car to for repairs and maintenance. Mike. Joey, you can't compare yourself, a healthy, functioning middle-aged man, to an adolescent. Joey. Oh, I thought we were all supposed to be united together, but you'd rather take his side. Aha! Giselle. Oh, God, will you guys please? My head is killing me. My ears are ringing. I can't do this anymore. Looks up, pleading. God, what did I do? I was never that bad. Uh, uh, excuse me. Sorry. Okay, silence for a moment. Oh, that was good. As everyone looks at her in total surprise. Caption. And now, continuing on, in and out of the cocoon. Theme music. Display. Caption. The family adventure continues. Mike. You okay, Giselle? Giselle. What does it look like? Duh. Josh laughs. Giselle turns head to Josh. Oh, I see this is just a joke for you. Actually, a joke to you. Josh, no, I didn't mean it like that. Internal. Samantha's hospital room day. Dr. Moorfield enters the room. Samantha is sitting up in bed on her phone. She looks up at him, phone in hand, as he enters. Dr. Moorfield. Hello, Samantha. How are you doing? You look a lot better. She keeps doing whatever she's doing for a little bit, then starts to slowly put the phone down as she talks. Samantha. Yeah, thank you. Dr. Moorfield. Your physical health is in great shape, according to the medical staff. So I think it will be okay to discharge you very soon. Samantha, smiling brightly. Wow, really? Dr. Moorfield. But you have to make sure to follow up. I spoke to your mother. She is very supportive of you coming to my office. Samantha. What about my father? What if he forbids it? I got to get rid of that alarm. Dr. Moorfield. We haven't spoken about your dad. Why don't you tell me why you think he's against your coming and getting well? Samantha. Have you ever met my dad? Dr. Moorfield. As a matter of fact, I did. He was quite a character. I also know he has very strong feelings against mental health treatment. But I sense from your mother's being adamant when we all first met that she's not going to back down, and he'll have to learn to accept your being in treatment. But I'm a little curious, Samantha. Last time you mentioned that your mother would not let you go and do that. And that, oh, sorry. Last time you mentioned that your mother would not let you go, and that turned out not to be a problem at all. This time you're bringing up your father in the same vein. It seems, Samantha, but he really does oppose it, Dr. Moorfield. I know, Samantha, but we're not here to discuss them. The issue is you. I know you've done things without your parents' consent. So while I'm not asking you to get into a confrontation with them to do this, I'd like to talk about why you keep bringing up a reason not to go. I sense there's hesitation on your part. Am I right? Samantha. No, I really do want to go. I guess I'm kind of really confused from the whole thing and from everything that's happened. Dr. Moorfield. That's okay. That's why you're here. So we'll schedule an outpatient visit for you on your way out. I'll also give you my number so you can get in touch if anything happens before then. I want to make sure you'll be okay, all right? So please call me if you start feeling insecure or worse, frightened. Samantha. Mouth curls to a slight smile. Sure. Thank you. I really appreciate this. Kamala enters the room, prompting Samantha to get giddy. Samantha. Honey! Kamala, almost simultaneously. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know what made me do that. I forgot you were still in session. Dr. Moorfield. It's okay. We're done. Samantha sits up, reaching out to Kamala to all but hug her. Samantha. Come on, bring it in, honey. We got some great news. I'm getting discharged. Kamala smiles brightly and reaches in to receive her hug. Kamala. Oh, that's so great, hun. But Samantha, in addition, gives her the most passionate hug and cheek kiss, startling her as Mr. Moorfield looks on. Samantha: see, I behaved myself since the doctor's in the room. Dr. Moorfield, smiling in response: I'm glad you're well again. Kamala: me too. You have no idea how scared she got me. Thank you, Doctor. Dr. Moorfield: but I just want to reiterate that there's still a lot of work ahead of us to go over what led to your breakdown that caused you to take pills like that so indiscriminately. Kamala: she's never done that before. It's not like her. Dr. Moorfield: well, this was a very traumatic experience. Kamala nods in agreement. Dr. Moorfield: she's very lucky to have a really together and mature person like you in her life. And I see she really appreciates you too. Samantha: I'm glad to have someone who's not fighting me all the time like my parents do. Dr. Moorfield: we'll talk about that next time. Even though we're treating you for PTSD, everything occurs in a history of things that came before. So in order to treat the PTSD, we'll need to talk about your life way before that, which of course includes your interactions with your parents. Internal, the house, living room, day. Same scene as we left them. Joey, Mike, and Giselle seated on the couch, and Josh on a separate chair. Mike to Joey: and another thing, you're not exactly the poster boy for integrity. I've seen you cut corners and thumb your nose at cops many a time when it suited you. But I guess, what can you expect from anyone who worships the criminal in chief, Mr. Donald Trump? Joey: hey, you're right about the chief part, but don't be comparing this delinquent to the man who put America back to work, even though it might be hard 2 years and 195 bogus witch hunts later to remember all that. Mike: what are you talking about? The economy that President Obama recovered from a deep recession, verging on a depression, and now President Biden has created more jobs than anyone in the last 50 years? Joey: oh, you're so brainwashed by that fake news, your mind doesn't even know how to think straight. I mean, look at how much it costs just to Mike talking over him. My point is, the very things you're getting down on Josh for are the exact things your hero, Donald Trump, is guilty of. Only he does it on a much larger scale that's dangerous. He's been playing that con game his whole life. Joey: hey, don't start with Donald Trump again. Especially not with your up of a president who's not even the legitimate president to begin with because he stole an election and then messed up this country. Mike, half to self: I'm not going to play that tape again about the ballot watchers who couldn't, Joey. In fact, you're just like him. Peas in a pod. A bad one, too. He is as a president like you as a father. He's talking about Biden now. This is Joey talking. Mike, fuming: all right, I've just had about enough out of you. Joey: hits home, huh? Because you know it's the truth. And from now on, no one in this house talks about the great Donald Trump, restorer of our country, that way here in this house. Giselle makes a really poorly done with her fingers and mouth sound. I do terrible at that. That's enough to pull their attention away. Giselle: wow, I can't believe it. You guys never stop. We were supposed to be taking care of Josh, remember? I'm leaving. I gave you guys a chance. More than a chance. But you're all a bunch of boys. 3 generations. I'm going to stay at my friend's house where I'll get some real peace and quiet. Josh, smiling excitedly: oh, you mean the guy you had sex with? Giselle: you know, if I wanted to, I could still belt you a good one. But now you're at the mercy of your father. I'm out of here. Joey: what? You cheated on me? Giselle: I'm staying with my girlfriend Jenny. Don't listen to that idiot. That's what's wrong with all you men. You all think alike, on a one-track mind. Josh: wait, you had lesbian sex? Wow. All right, Ma. Joey, cracking up: you slept with another woman? That's hysterical. Giselle: oh, now it's funny to you. Jesus, you people. I just said I'm going to stay with a girlfriend to get some rest. Stop with the sex already. And as for you, sonny boy, I wish I was a lesbian so I wouldn't have to deal with a big screw up like you. She sticks her tongue out at Josh and storms off, leaving the front door open. Mike: you know, it would help if you two stopped calling him names. Joey. Well, good. When he stops screwing up, we'll stop calling him what he really is. Josh. Wow, that's so cool that Ma's a lesbian. Joey. Shut up. Your mother's not a lesbian. Josh. Oh, you're jealous, Dad. That means you really love her. Joey. How about I come over there and do to you what your ma was going to do? Something I've been meaning to do to you all year. And this time your ma's not here to protect you, smarty pants. Mike. Come on, Joey, cool it. All of a sudden, the doorbell rings. A police officer enters, along with Walinksy, followed by Giselle. Giselle. Nice work, Joey. You just called an officer of the law a moron. Joey. Oh, officer, I didn't realize that was you. Police officer. It's okay. I'm required as a police officer to either ring the doorbell or knock, even if the door is open. It's protocol. Mike. Yeah, it's in the Fourth Amendment, the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects, which also means their bodies and their corporal autonomy. Joey. What? Josh. Corporal autonomy. It means your body is your possession and nobody has the right to invade it or restrict it unless you're a danger to yourself or others. Mike. Wow, there's actually hope for this boy. And for women if we can get a new justice on the court. I thought you were only a genius at tech stuff. Josh. See, I'm really studying, guys. I'm turning over a new leaf. Police officer. Well, you're why we're here now. Now you called, Mr. Stivic? Joey. Yeah, the boy escaped again, so. Police officer. Oh boy, that's not good. Walinksy with frustration. No, it's not. Police officer. All right, we'll take him down then. Josh freezes up with fear as the cop moves toward him and Walinksy looks at the family adults, waiting for someone's answer. Mike. Wait a minute. We called you up because he was lost to us and wanted you to find him, not lock him up. Joey. Speak for yourself. Giselle. Yeah, I'm with Joey on this. I've reached the end of my rope, too. Mike. To Joey and Giselle. Do you really want him spending his childhood in jail? He was just missing. Giselle. Fine. You can be his guardian. And it wasn't just that one thing. Mike. I don't believe you really mean that. Giselle. Look at me, Mike. I got one kid, took all my meds, so I'm destabilized. I haven't slept in years. I need a break. I'm sorry. It's either the police or you. Walinksy. Wait a minute. There is a solution. You were just looking for a way to keep him from running away so he won't get into trouble. How about putting an ankle bracelet on him? Police officer. An ankle monitor? Walinksy. That's right. He can't detach it, and his whereabouts are always available electronically to you and to the police. Giselle. That actually might be a solution. Walinksy. If he were to leave again, a GPS would set off an alarm and let you know immediately his actual whereabouts. But Josh, if that were to happen, that would be your last straw. You'd have to be locked up. You understand? Josh nods, relaxing somewhat but not completely. Police officer. Do I have your permission for this, Mr. and Ms. Stivic? Josh. All I want to do is my studies now. I just need Grandpa to help, since I don't have a computer now. No one says anything. Giselle. I can deal with the bracelet. Police officer. Okay. He moves with the device toward Josh. Seeing it coming toward him, Josh gets nervous and backs off. Police officer. Don't worry, it doesn't hurt, young man. Josh. I don't want that thing. Almost whining. I swear, I'll be good. And I'm not doing this to avoid punishment. Just I don't want anything that's going to tie me to a wall or a bed anymore. I had my change of heart the moment I left Michael's. I swear. Joey. We're not idiots. You knew we'd all be furious, so don't even try that. Mike. The other thing is you're not locked to anything. You can move around freely, go to the kitchen, the bathroom, thank God. It just sends a signal where you are. I hate that stuff too, but you need it. Josh. I swear, Grandpa, you can be my monitor. Mike. Josh, I got a job and a house I gotta go home to. Josh. I promise, I swear. This only happened in the first place because I'm a normal teenager wanting to misbehave, but with extra normal super abilities that made me too powerful. But that's all done now. I got it out of my system. I saw what Michael could accomplish. Plus, I felt bad causing him all that trouble, because he was such a good friend. Walinksy. I appreciate your candor, Josh. But when you go to court, which you'll have to do to answer the charges, it's not going to be us you'll have to convince. It's the judge. I'll try to help you, but I know how most Santa Ana judges will handle a case like this with repeated police calls. You'll have to be on your super best behavior from this moment on, which starts with letting the officer put on the bracelet. Josh, slightly dejected, reflecting. Well, I guess if I'm just studying, Walinksy, there you go. Police officer, thank you. You won't even know it's on. He moves closer to Josh, bringing the bracelet, and waits in front of Josh, who sits there perplexed and still reluctant. Mike, Josh, I think he's waiting for you to remove your shoes. Josh hesitates, and then starts to bend down, but completely stops. Oh, bend down to comply, but stops. Josh, wait a minute. Is this going to make a lot of noise every time I move around? Police officer, no, it can't do that. It's just going to alert your parents and us down at police headquarters where you are. The alarm only goes off once you leave the house. Josh, what about when I'm online? Police officer, unfortunately, it doesn't cover that. However, it is possible to put a tracer on all the equipment in the house in order to report to us what websites are being opened. Walinksy, no, that's not a good idea. Mike, I definitely agree with that. And besides, that's a violation of one's civil rights. Police officer, not if there's criminal charges pending. Walinksy, is there like a computer that's Josh's sole property? Police officer, yeah, we could put a tracer on that. But again, if he gets on anyone else's equipment, phone or computer, there's no way that'll get picked up on unless you put a universal tracer on everything in the house. Walinksy, it's a tricky equation. You'd all have to make sure you keep a, you keep him away from unprotected devices because he'll get through passwords based on what we already know. Josh, geez, guys, I'm trying to make good. I'm not that bad guy anymore. Walinksy, Josh, I'm here to protect you and fight for you. But you have to first prove everything. You have to first prove that everything you're now saying matches your behavior over time. You can't just say something and poof, everyone believes you. If you're down 32 to 10 in a game and you follow football, Josh, not really. Joey, that kid? You kidding me? Walinksy, what about, wait a minute, math? All sports involves math, so you can relate to that. True. That's why I don't really follow it, because I see all the mistakes coaches and quarterbacks make. Walinksy, good, you're observant. So you're down 32 to 10, deep in your own territory, where one fumble and the other team that's winning can intercept and run another 7 points on the board. Josh, 6 points. They have to kick the seventh. All the grown-ups laugh at that. Walinksy, good, you're on your toes with it. Josh, both feet on the ground works better in football. Walinksy, okay, I'm making an analogy. It sounds like you know more football than you claim. Josh, I said I don't follow football. I didn't say I don't know it. Listen carefully. Walinksy, yeah, fine, but Mike, be careful. He's gunning for your job, Gerald. Walinksy, oh, he's got a long way to go. Josh, your job's safe. I'm not going to go into law. Joey, yeah, just breaking it. Josh, tech is where it's at now. That's the future. Joey, I'm the only one here who does anything real outside of the officer. Josh, all right, I'll make a bet with you. I'll bet you I'll not only be able to design a system that can fix cars faster than you, but a driverless car that can outrace any of yours. Joey, all right, you're on. I'll bet you $1,000. Mike gives a look combining disapproval and shock. Josh, Mr. looks toward Walinksy. Walinksy, smiling, chuckling. Walinksy, Josh, yeah, Mr. Walinski's a witness, so this bet is legally binding. Joey, cracking up. Well, I'll say one thing for you. You're very entertaining. And now you're going to pay me back all the aggravation you cost me. I like this a lot. Mike, I don't know, Joey. I heard those driverless cars have a bad crash record, but I also heard they do very well when you don't worry about killing a driver. Joey, that's 'cause you never drag raced before. Go check out the next drag race, NASCAR or NHRA. The private races you don't even hear about go even faster because nobody's watching. Glances at police officer. They use tracks that are off road when nobody's using them. I'd hate to be an innocent bystander on a track where those drivers are going at it. Josh, that's okay. I'll still take you. Human life will always slow down a vehicle with a person in it, no matter how fast it goes. Mike, a little stunned, smiles. Police officer, smiling and chuckling. Yeah, this kid is entertaining. I guess I'll be going now. He heads out toward the door. Josh, hey, what happened? Weren't you going to put a... He looks down and looks startled. The ankle bracelet is on him. Josh, oh my God, that was fast work. And sneaky. You'd make a good criminal. Police officer, helps when you're dealing with one. Joey, I need to relax. Honey, get me a beer. Everybody looks around as the police officer leaves, and Giselle's nowhere in sight. Walinksy, looks like she moves with strength, too. Joey, moves with what? It's Josh, she's sneaky, too. Joey, I know that, but what's that thing you said? Mike, stealth means being sneaky and getting around with no one noticing. Joey, you're kidding. I can usually hear her a mile away. She's louder than a bulldog. Yells, Honey! Another moment of silence. Joey, oh my God, she really did slip out. I'll go get my own beer. Josh really laughs while the other two. Oh, fuck. Josh really laughs while the other two older men really smile, and Joey heads to the kitchen. Mike, that's what sports does to you. You don't notice anything around you, even when you're just talking about it. Joey from entrance of kitchen, looking back. Anyone else want one? He looks around. No one responds. We this video get cut off? Well, it got cut off on the here. Can we resume it? There's probably going to be another video. All right, whatever. All right, suit yourselves, Mike. Well, since you're here, Gerald, why don't we go over the facts of the case with Josh? There are a bunch of different charges, right? Walinksy. That's right. There's Mike's phone rings. Mike. Sorry, let me take this. Hello? Pause. Then startled and excited. What? I'm sorry, Dean Watkins, can you repeat that? There's a long pause as Mike listens, very intently, his expression souring, causing the others, Walinksy and Josh, to focus on him with extreme curiosity. Mike, to caller. All right, I'll be there. I'll be right there. I'll be right there. To Walinksy and Josh. I'm sorry, I'll have to call you. Walinksy, why? What's going on? Mike, I may need you. Someone filed a sexual harassment charge against me. Fade out. Now, isn't that a great place to leave it? And you know, isn't that a great ending? Because it leaves you hanging. That's the way it should be. I gotta run because we're overtime now. You all, I hope you enjoyed it, and hope you're looking forward to seeing more about what comes up later. Bye.